A very warm welcome here from Alexandra Palace. We've got a very special off-the-rail night one, done and dusted here at the Mosconi Cup. I'm delighted to say Kelly Fisher joins me and Rollie Williams. Rollie, for those that don't know you, tell us more about you.
Hi, my name is Rollie Williams. I have no idea why I'm here. I have a YouTube page and I work for Kamui Brand, one of the sponsors of the amazing Mosconi Cup. And that's it.
Well, thank you for that introduction.
Of course.
You need no introduction, ever. You were with us tonight on the Sky Sports commentary. I've got to say, what an opening night.
Unbelievable, everything happened. It was some funky things and then some great matches, some scrappy matches. Yeah, it was just, what a strange night and what a strange game it was tonight. Really.
Strange game, yeah. We end the night 2-2. Rollie, as an American, yeah. I mean, I know you were 2-up. Are you quite happy to go ending the night 2-2?
Yeah, honestly, I thought it was going to be 0-4. I was rooting for America, but I was ready to just take one in the teeth. And the fact that we went up 2-0 changed the entire mood of the evening. I feel amazing. I feel like I've been doing drugs, even though I haven't. And it's an amazing feeling to be tied going into tomorrow.
Well, let's start on the opening match, and a big well done to Team USA, and in particular, the captain, Jeremy Jones. Didn't expect, about 24, 48 hours ago, didn't expect to be picking up a cue, did he?
That's right, no.
And in fairness to him, you know, we've got to give him some credit here, haven't we?
Absolutely. I mean, he was thrown in at the deep end, literally, going from captain to all of a sudden player and captain. That's difficult to do. It's difficult to absorb and even take that in. But, you know, Jeremy doesn't really play much anymore. I mean, as far as in high competitive level. So to be thrown in at the Mosconi Cup at the Ali Pali, you know, I don't know how he's done it really, but he played great. You know, he pulled it off.
And look, you're watching it. We've got Neil's fine. We've got Darren Appleton watching it as well. Tell us and tell the people watching the difference between playing it and watching it, because it always looks easier said than done, doesn't it? But we saw Jeremy there. I mean, he picked up straight. He had a little error at the start, but he picked up straight away and showed his class.
Yeah, I mean, the nerves out there. I've played in tournaments, I've played in arenas, but this is something unique that I don't think any other competition has. And the atmosphere, you could cut it with a knife. The fans are going crazy, they're shouting, calling him Earl and whatever else they're shouting. So there's an immense pressure for him to have to, you know, to try and perform. And the nerves must have been, his arm must have been shaking, but he, again, is a legend.
Absolutely. I mean, we've had a difficult 18 months or so, haven't we, in all sports, but what was it like for you being inside the Alexandra Palace arena with that atmosphere?
Look, I mean, I've seen YouTube videos of it, and I can tell you it does not do it justice. Everyone is, there's like, the crowd is like one organism. Everybody's like whispering to their partners like, oh no, he blew it. You know, it's electric. And if I might address the Jeremy Jones thing, imagine being forced to play against 5 world champions. It's like the stuff a nightmare is made of. Like they're like, hey, by the way, you're not coach anymore. You have to play these dudes. You haven't picked up a cue in weeks. You have to play this. It's out of control. I cannot believe he did it. And he beat Kachi in the first game. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, and he didn't.
All the credit.
Yeah, absolutely, and it didn't get much better for Kachi in the second match as Tyler and Chris Reinhold went 2-0 up. I mean, wow, that was quite a shock, wasn't it?
I was commentating it, and at some point I'm like, well, I'm not sure what else to say here, because they were all going on. I mean, Kachi made some really crazy errors that you don't see from him. But, you know, after one, yeah, okay, 1, 2, and then another one, and then I think we counted 4 or 5, bless him, and he made some really unusual errors for him. And in the end, it cost them, and they didn't deserve really to win it, although I wanted Europe to win it. They didn't deserve to win that match.
He might have got the edge into the team as a 10-ball champion, but are there players you've played with, Kelly, and you just say, he or she, I don't mean to mention names, but he or she isn't a doubles player? Is that with Kachi sometimes, or is it just a one-off?
Well, to be honest with you, I've not played doubles with him to give you, an exact opinion on that. But he looks good. He looks cool, and he's very laid back. Knowing him, that laid back, that I kind of think it would be cool to play doubles with him. I think it's just a one-off. That's my feeling anyway.
Yeah, look, he's got 3 days to turn it around and actually be the #1 player for Europe. Let's go on to match 3. It's the one I call the pay-per-view match when it's Josh Filler against Shane Vamboni, and the atmosphere, those entrances, wow, hairs on the back of your neck, and Joshua Filler showing why he is the killer in that match.
He just always beats Shane. It's like, I think, go back to all the matches they've played, especially in the Mosconi Cup. I think any Filler versus Shane one-on-one, I think Filler always wins. I'm not positive about that, but there's something about he plays really fast, he plays really aggressive, he feeds off the crowd, and he had a golden break, and I don't know how Shane beats that, honestly.
Yeah, I think Shane beat him in the World Pool Masters recently, but that was it. Filler has had the better of him. That's for sure, but that got Europe back into it. You could feel the crowd then, couldn't you, Kelly, that, Europe are back?
Well, you could feel the crowd. Europe are back, and they've had a few more beers by this point, so absolutely. But yeah, no, I mean, the crowd loved it, and to finish off 2-2 from 2-0 down, we couldn't have asked for any more. Yeah. Europe couldn't have asked for any more. And from America's point of view, I think that if you'd have said at the beginning of the day it's going to be 2-2, they'd have said, I'll take that. But, you know, it was we just didn't know how we were going to go. You just couldn't predict how it was going to go once the day started. Well, what can I say? What a thrilling day, and all over the place, you know, in many ways.
Absolutely, and the final match of the night was Jason Shaw, David Arcady against Skylar, Woodward and Jeremy Jones. A tough one for the Americans there, and the Europe showing their class there. Comprehensive win.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was 5-0. I think. Yeah, it was 5. I'll say definitively, it was 5-0. It was tough. I don't know. It's Jason Shaw and Arcady. Like, they're just world champions, both of them. Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Well, I mean, this is it with Jason Shaw, and he might wring my neck saying this, but sometimes it's a motivational thing with Jason. We saw it against Judd Trump in the US Open. I'm going to beat this guy 9-0, and he I think it was either 9-0 or 9-1.
9-1. Judd Trump got a point.
He did get a point, but it was comprehensive. Jason, I could see him talking to David Arcady, a bit like a vice captain.
He was,
you know, and that's him though, isn't it? It's a bit like a Poulter in the golf, isn't it? Sometimes just this atmosphere, a tournament brings it out in certain players.
He's got the perfect personality for a Mosconi Cup. 100%, and he thrives off it, he feeds off it, and he plays better as the week goes on, hence the MVP last year. But again, in that particular match, the 5-0, could have gone a couple of ways, you know, I mean, a couple of roles, I must say, for Europe, for sure, but they did play near perfect as well, so you can't beat that.
We end the night then, 2-2, quite evenly poised on night one. We do like that. Yeah. What does Jeremy say to his team now? Because they might go in a little bit despondent because they lost the last two. Yeah. But the first two, they should be quite proud of, surely?
Yeah, you know, I think and I don't know if we're allowed to talk about this, but it erased the emotional issue with Earl leaving. You know, like, we went into today, USA was downtrodden, but winning 2 right off the jump, we're back. It just completely changed how people felt about this, at least how the American group that I was nearby felt about it. I think Jeremy's just got to say, like, we're in this, you know? Like, this is not a done deal. This is not a foregone conclusion, and just keep doing what they're doing.
Absolutely. Look, Elle's not here. There's nothing we can do about that. We're all disappointed, but we've had a fantastic first night. Kelly, how do you see the next... Well, let's just go from day to day. How do you see the day 2 going?
Well, you threw me one there, Michael, because, I mean, I thought I had it kind of figured out, but especially once I found out that Earl wasn't able to play. But now, the way today went, it just, you know, the team seems solid, America. There seemed that the vibe's good between them, and that gives a lot of strength. So whether Earls were in it or not, would that have been different? We'll never know. But they're certainly playing strong together, which is the most important when you're playing a team event like this. I think we could be some close, like 3-2 maybe tomorrow, 3-2, and I won't say which way, but 3-2.
And Jeremy now has got that. I mean, he admitted to me after the opening match that he had nerves. It doesn't matter how many years you've played, you're going to be nervous. That's gone for him now. So that could be a positive, couldn't it, for the USA?
Yeah. I mean, I honestly was not optimistic going into today, but I am optimistic now. I think it's really anyone's game. It's just it's a race to 5, so it's like, you know, it turns on a ball, and I think that's what they got to know and remember tomorrow. Yeah.
We've got so many special tournaments in the Matchroom Pool Series and here in the Mosconi Cup as well, but the atmosphere, and I'm told it's only going to get better. That's quite scary.
Who told you that?
They've all told me.
Okay, good.
It gets better every night.
It does, 100%. By Friday, it's going to be, honestly, it's going to be awesome. The electricity out there, you can feel it. Can you imagine when it's full on Friday? Oh my, and then we get an eventual winner.
Wow.
I don't know whether I'm going to jump over that balcony and start, you know, if you're at Win, start parading around the table myself, because that's how you feel, you want to be part of it. So no, I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, each night it's going to get better and better. And I kind of hope it stays a bit close, just for the atmosphere, for the feeling, for the excitement of it all, really.
Yeah, I don't think you're the only one who thinks that, Kel. Honestly, I think you're right. Right, before I leave you two, 'cause it's getting late, but I want your player of the night. Why not?
Easy.
Who's your player of the night?
Easy.
Oh,
answer.
it's easy. Go on.
Easy answer, Tyler Steyer with a bullet. Tyler Steyer is playing ice cold. He's shooting lights out. He is helping when help is needed.
Yep.
He's making his shots. He's setting people up. This is, if he keeps doing what he's doing, MVP and America's going to win.
Love it. Kel?
I agree. Tyler played awesome tonight. He was very strong, and like you say, he was like the backbone, if you like, of the team. You know, I've got to say with that performance at the end there that Jason also gave me that feeling. But Tyler had a couple of matches and he maintained that. So I would give it to Tyler for today.
Two Tylers. I'm going to go with the killer, Joshua Filler, just for the way he was, especially that golden break against Shane. But so many good performances tonight. Tell us who you think played well. Give us your best performances. Tell us in the comments section as well. And it doesn't stop there with your interaction. We also want your fans' pick, fans' choice ahead of tomorrow, day 2. It's up to you, ladies and gentlemen, who you want to see up against each other. Europe against the USA. It's evenly poised at 2 apiece. But for now, thank you very much for joining us.